What does it mean that the team has made a strong commitment to you for this season?
I appreciate the support, but it's my job to prepare this team, to prepare myself to, play as well as I can and put the team in a position to win games. So, we've got new coaches, we've got new teammates. There's certainly plenty to focus on right now and work to prepare and take advantage of each day we have. I'm excited. I'm excited to learn it, excited to work with everyone here and, building it around what we have here and our guys, what we do well, as we get going. That'll be a big part of, this spring and on into training camp.
It takes much more than just getting one's foot in the door to produce a successful season. But step one is the start of the offseason program. It marks the beginning of a lengthy journey, one that involves familiar faces and new faces who are determined to accomplish the same goal. At this stage, a little excitement and eagerness doesn't hurt.
Sibo, what up? Back in the building.
Back at it, man, you know it.
Phase one of the program focuses on strength and conditioning. This means before the Giants even think about X's and O's, first they need to do the heavy lifting in the weight room.
Gotta get big in here. Gotta get big in here. Day one. Gotta get big in here.
The strength of the team won't just come down to pure size, but also what the new head coach can pull out of them. That, of course, falls on Brian Daboll.
We got a little wind out here now. Let's go. Let's get it set up. Let's get it set up. Let's get it set up. Yeah, buddy. Group. Let's go. Defense outfield. Offense there. Let's go. Another good day now. Remember, get to the spot. Sprint to the spot. Set your feet. Right leverage. Come on. Let's go. We're going to press them now. Press them. That's it. Get in good position. Bite the ball. Form a W. Loose W. Good punch. Punching off your inside foot. Good job. Get to the ball, D. Get to the ball. Wrap it up. All the ability in the world, buddy. Got a ton of confidence in you. You got me? Use it.
As Daboll looks to set the tone for the upcoming season, he can also lean on some strong ties to Buffalo. It's no coincidence why many followed him to East Rutherford.
He's a great coach, a great person off the field, and that was a big reason why I came here, because I know what type of guy he is, I know what type of energy he's going to bring to the team, and he's going to get us on the right path and right track.
The energy that they bring every day, it was more about that. They care about football, they care about players, and, as a player, that's what you want. When you walk into a building, you want to feel like this guy's coaching me hard because he cares about my success on and off the field.
Good read. We're all moving. Let's go, Rich. We're moving. Let's go. Good decision. Time move. Attaboy, finish. Don't win. You got to judge it now. See it off his foot. That's going to be windy all day. We ain't playing a dome. Good punch. Square up. Good punch. That's what my grandmother used to tell me. Angle, work them. Good. Give me a little indicator. Get there. Get to the scene. Eyes. Come on, KG. Eyes, CJ. Good. 7-on-7. D-O. Good talk. I'm going to do ball drills with you. Come here. Keep going. There we go. Just be ready for them to get their hands on you. Get their hands off you quick. Yep. Let's go.
April is synonymous with several events, including spring cleaning. Much like any other home, the Giants training facility also receives a facelift every offseason, both literally and figuratively speaking. Adapting to a new environment is also on the checklist for several members of the roster. And much like the process of moving into a fresh place, you always look to add your own touch. The words on the wall carry a little extra meaning for one particular player.
It's kind of a homecoming for me. I didn't grow up here. I was born in East Meadow, and when my parents divorced when I was 3, I went down to South Florida. But every school break, I would come up here and spend time with my dad. When we were driving from the airport to the hotel in the city, we had the chauffeur or whatever, and my dad was an MTA bus driver. To bring him back and getting him chauffeured into the city instead of him driving around with, driving around in the city bus, it made me happy, made me proud.
For another new Giant, heading to the Garden State is also much bigger than football, as it will foster family connections and provide a bit more favorable home crowd.
That I'm back on the East Coast. I've traveled a couple of places since Buffalo. Obviously, when I was in Buffalo, I had a lot of family come up. When I was in Baltimore, a lot of family. But as I moved further west, I didn't really have that support from the family at the game. So there'll definitely be more people trying to come to games. So it was definitely coming back towards home.
Some are also finding a home at a relatively new position. That applies to Ricky Seals-Jones, who was a wide receiver at Texas A&M before transitioning to tight end in the NFL. That move was sparked by a heart-to-heart conversation he had with Pro Football Hall of Fame running back Eric Dickerson, who happens to be his cousin.
I didn't want to hear it. I was stubborn at the time, but I'm glad I did, and it's working out for me. But yeah, it was a conversation that kind of had to swallow my pride. Like, man, I've been doing receiver all my life. I've been balling out in college, and that conversation was tough, but it was one that helped me in a good way. I'm glad for him to put me in that position. Overall, being a complete tight end, I've gotten better in the run blocking, pass catching. So, I just keep stacking those days and putting in the work, and, hopefully it pays off.
Free agency is just one part of the offseason equation used to bolster a roster. The other is the draft, and one way to get a closer look at prospects is by attending pro days, when players are further put under the microscope in their own backyard. From football drills to ones that test strength and athleticism, every facet of a skill set is put to the test, plus a front office's durability when it comes to travel. These dates can easily fill up a calendar, and the Giants have clearly been collecting frequent flyer miles.
Yeah, we went right into Starkville, left right afterwards, flew right in here. It's nice to get on the road. That bar is high. That dude is a tough dude, man. Being competitive, this year, but also, big picture, future in mind, trying to balance that. Yeah, I really enjoy coming to pro days because you get to be around the kids, up close. Are they in shape? Are they competitive? How do they interact amongst their teammates? But, also, where coaches can come to campus, they can spend time with the kids, put them on the board, how much of their offense or defense they know, teach them some of our stuff. And it's a lot more personal in terms of getting around the kids and really getting to know if they're going to fit what we're looking for as New York Giants. Like 2% body fat? That's insane. Let me get that eraser out. They're super talented. Yeah, he can run, man. Holy cow. He ran like 4.52. He ran a little bit better than the combine. He's a guy we like. When the calendar switches and you're going to the combine and all-star games and then the pro days, you really get to know the kids on a personal level. You can take them to dinner. You can just spend time in an informal situation and really get to know the kids in a little bit more relaxed environment. So it's a really important part of the process that I really enjoy.
The same could be said for the coaches, considering some members of the staff actually run the drills and are invested in the action just as much as the players. New Giants offensive line coach Bobby Johnson has been guiding talent in the trenches in college and the NFL for over 25 years. So his advice is worth consuming.
Smile, take a deep breath, have some fun with this, right? There's no reason to be tight, all right? Have fun, all right? Everybody's here to see you guys do well. Nobody wants to see you do bad, all right? Snap it! And just throw your hands and run. Here we go. Snap him, middle, good. Punch me, punch the bag, let's go, all right? You're feeling him, seeing him. Pro days are very important. This is another method for us to gather information on a prospect, not only physical information, but mental information. Trying to see how guys process the teaching, the coaching, then how can they apply it on the field. Obviously, you're going to see some of the physical talents, but it's just another information gathering system for us. Run. Ho! I'm turning you. Don't turn. I'm turning you. I want to see you roll, pop your hip, and come off running. Run his ass. Downhill. Right here. Finish right here. Smoking. Don't sit there and stare at Keith. Get your eyes out there. Each O-line coach has drills that they use to measure important physical factors. Each guy kind of has his own field of expertise, so we kind of rotate around. Hey, you'll handle this run blocking drill. I'll handle this pass pro drill. Hey, let me do this pull drill. So we kind of rotate it around. Sometimes you let a guy run a drill so you can watch, because sometimes when you're running a drill, you're not seeing things as closely as the guy seeing, they're observing. So we kind of rotate it around for that purpose, so each guy can take a turn looking, watching, and evaluate. Block, don't let me turn you. There we go. Going back, same thing, facing that way. Go. Good. hey, I'm right here. I'm ready. I don't want to stay on out and get chopped down. Now I'm sweating. All right, good job. I'll be in touch. You really helped yourself. Good job. Good job. Good job. Thanks. For sure.
You working too?
Sweating. Hot.
Welcome. I'm Joe Schoen. I'm the general manager. Brian Daboll, our head coach, obviously. Congratulations for getting here. Congratulations on all your success. Appreciate you guys showing up to compete today. And, I'll just tell you this. I've been at many of these. It's my 21st year in the league. Many of local days where a guy, shows up and we circle up afterwards and, DB coach is like, man, that kid looked good. Okay, well, he's a little bit under the radar. Then that guy becomes a free agent or is drafted or we move him up or whatever it may be. So there's going to be a lot of eyes on you guys today. Not only how you perform, but how you treated people earlier in the locker room, the cafeteria, whatever it may be. So every year we do a study on how many undrafted free agents make teams, and there's a lot of them.
Be loose, all right? Go do your shit out there, have some fun, take advantage of your opportunity. That's, again, Joe said it. Some of you might be drafted, some of you not. When you get to a program, it really doesn't matter how you got there. What matters is what you do when you get there. And this is just another step in your journey, in your process of trying to fulfill probably a dream that you've all had growing up.
That dream could come to fruition by leaving a lasting impression in the minds of the Giants staff, while they're up close and personal in their comfort zone.
Today's the local workout for the New York Giants. It's an opportunity for us to get our eyes on a group of athletes from the New York metropolitan area, as well as from colleges within our area defined by the NFL. We get the players here, we get the opportunity to meet with them, spend time to get to know their character, and then get them out in the field, watch them work, from our coaching staff to our personnel staff. It's always a benefit for the coaches to get their eyes on a player. It's one thing to watch them on tape and watch how they play during the fall, but to get up on the player and feel their speed, their power, their agility, the ultimate benefit of this day is to have our coaches and personnel staff see them live. It's been going on a long time. We've had a lot of success with it, and it's players that there's recognizable players that have made our team from this day, but they're players that people don't know about that made rookie camps and came to our training camp and help us develop our team on a whole.
Perhaps someone who fits that bill is Patterson, New Jersey's own Victor Cruz, who went from an overlooked wide receiver out of UMass to a highlight reel Super Bowl champ in his second season in the league. Attending the team's local pro day proved to be beneficial for multiple parties.
My experience at the local pro day was incredible. I really took advantage of the opportunity for these coaches to see me firsthand, for me to run routes in front of them, to show them what I got, catch some balls from some really good quarterbacks that also lived in the area, and just an opportunity to prove myself again. I mean, came from a smaller school, so I didn't get quite the exposure that a lot of other guys in my position got. So I knew every moment mattered, every second counted. So I wanted to make sure I put my best foot forward at that pro day, and it was great. It worked wonders for me, not only for the Giants, but just putting more exposure, putting myself out there a little bit more. So. There's a ton of guys that attended that pro day that are going into the draft, that are nervous, but good luck to you guys first and foremost. Put your best foot forward, stay focused, because you might be playing anywhere, but just know when you get there, be the guy that you know you can be, and the rest will take care of itself.
All right, I guess first thing I want to do, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the coaching staff, our scouting staff, our sports science, our strength coaches, our trainers. Throughout this draft process, whether it was, the combine medical, the film evaluations by the coaches, traveling to pro days, these 30 visits we've had, it's been all hands on deck for the entire organization. The meal room, the cafeteria, you name it. Everybody throughout the organization's done a phenomenal job through this process. My first exposure to a lot of the people on the team, and it's been nothing but great so far, and looking forward to getting to the draft a week from tomorrow, and I think a lot of the hard work will pay off. So I think where we are, our roster, throw need, whatever perceived need it is out. Who are the best football players in this draft? Having 2 top 10 picks, I mean, that's definitely a good way to set the foundation and get 2 really good players, early on, and still want to compete today and build for tomorrow. So, playing both sides of that. I think if you can find 2 really good football players at 5 and 7, I don't think you can go wrong with drafting good football players. Yeah, it'll be exciting. It's something you dream about, and for that day to finally be here, it'll be really cool.